Welcome, members of the gallery, to this judgment of 2025. My name is Urtheart, and with me, I have two other judges. The illustrious Turbo.
Greetings.
And the wonderful ShadowFox.
Ahoy hoy.
Yeah, we're back again for our shenanigans for 9th year, turns out.
I cannot believe it's really been nearly 10 years.
Yeah, next year we'll have to have a celebration as the intro of some kind.
Maybe we go up to 10 games next year.
No, this is already long enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be like a mini-series at this point.
I mean, 10 to be fair, I think this is the first year where I could say I could have a top 10 list of games I played this year that were new.
I probably could do, actually, yeah.
I think I just about crossed that limit. Usually it's like 7, 8 new games, but this one...
I mean, I was able to play 10 this year.
So, I will say, my 10th one, I only started playing like last week, and I haven't finished it, so...
Probably same here.
So it's going to get in my honourable mentions if we do them, but yeah, we have come once again to judge this year. I mean, I guess we should just get straight into it, unless you do have any special things to start with.
No, I'm sure anything we'd want to say would be better left, say, for honourables or what we're looking forward to, or what we missed out on playing later on.
Yeah. Don't want to break the regular flow of this.
Okay, well, we have already decided our order, so I yield the floor.
Aye, and so me first this year. So we're going to start off with something that was very simple. And say it came out early access year before, actually, but got its final release a couple of months back. And that was Mars First Logistics, which can be quite simply explained as a sort of Lego game on Mars.
Wait, when you say Lego game, do you mean a building block game or one of the Lego Traveller's Tales games where you destroy as much stuff as possible?
No, more of the building block, but it's more like Connects or Meccano if you were one of those children instead.
Oh, I loved Connects when I was a kid.
I enjoyed Connects. I think I was more of a Connects kid than I was a Lego kid. But yes, you start off on Mars. Congratulations, we've made it there, and we're currently in the process of basically setting up infrastructure. Now, this unfortunately comes with a bit of a problem in that Mars is quite uninhabited at the moment, and it's quite bumpy, there's low gravity, and it's your job to design vehicles to take objects from point A to point B. And as you go, so you start off with just 4 wheels, a few little connection points, and a handle to pick up a watering can. And then as time goes on, you basically explore the surface. As it gets rougher, you deal with numerous new terrain issues such as tornadoes and giant hills, although as I've been told tornadoes wouldn't actually appear on Mars due to the lack of atmosphere.
Yeah, I was going to say
but still there's things like grappling hooks, better grabbers, hydraulics, telescopic extensions, bigger wheels, off-road wheels, faster wheels, suspension springs, all these bits. You slowly unlock them, and as you do more side missions, you can bolt them on to make yourself more adaptable for any tasks, which can involve, such as one of them was attempting to catch a flying creature of some kind, which, as a vehicle, was quite difficult. You have to make some kind of weird giant door scenario to clamp down onto it. Yeah, I mean, there isn't really much of a story per se. You're just kind of progressing through. You get to make roads and monorails to make your journey easier. You put down, and of course, as a robotic rover, as it were, you do have to expand your radio network as well, and so you can control it from further. And
from the title of it, it kind of sounded like you were like a courier man on Mars.
I mean, you're a courier robot. You customize themselves to the job at hand.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it fits the title well.
Yeah, so it's like a physics puzzle kind of game that is very simple, has a really nice kind of good like boppy soundtrack that kicks in at some of the best times. Like, you'll be doing little back and forth missions and there won't be much music, and then it's like, okay, your distance to the next location is quite a long distance, and so one of the big tracks will kind of kick in and you kind of just get to view Mars hopping around, bumping around as the music just plays very...
You say it like that, I'm just expecting Arnie to just burst in and just say the line. Say the line, Arnie!
Yeah. Which one?
There's plenty to choose from, but the one that actually specifies so going to Mars.
Oh, get your ass to Mars.
Yes.
That one, yes. But yeah, it's a simple game, and a lot of fun. So it's fun for just puzzle things. I very much enjoyed it. So that was that's the one that just managed to beat off many other games on the top 5 for me.
Yeah, there was a problem for me as well, was just, like, I struggled with my number 5 just because it was like, which one just pips all of these other ones?
Everything below number 2 is a struggle for me. And it was just really, really cutting the list.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yes, Mars vs. Logistics. Number 5.
Me next, I believe.
Yep.
So my number 5, like I said, I struggled. There was a few that kind of wrestled for number 5, and in the end, I kind of put it down to 2 things. One, is it a game that I want to play more of? And the answer is yes. And 2, did I finish it? And out of all of the ones that were kind of lower, this was the only one that kind of hit that mark. The other part, though, it became so low is I played the PS5 version. Because the PC version kind of has a lot of problems at the moment. So, while it is a game I'm recommending, if you have the choice, get it on PlayStation at the moment. And that is Monster Hunter Wilds. So this has had a bit of a notorious history on PC, because it just doesn't seem to be optimized for the PC at all. A lot of people have had issues, but I've been playing it on PS5 and I have not run into any problems yet. So this is my second...
I didn't remember it coming out this year, Monster Hunter Wilds.
February.
I thought it came out last year, but...
Could be. Fair enough. Yeah, no,
sure.
I'm you know me, with me and time, it's just like, it's all over the place.
It's alright.
I will say what came out last week.
It's fair. One of my games did come out last December, which
still counts for us.
For the record, kind of is December/November to next November, because we have to record it slightly early, and also, if a game comes out like 29th of November, we're not going to finish it. Well, we wouldn't have started it yet.
No, it's been a bit of a struggle. But also, it does feel like there's a new Monster Hunter game almost every year, so I do get confused.
Every other year.
Is it?
I mean, I just quickly looking at it. 23, 22, 21 had 2, nothing in 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013 all had something. They've
definitely been more recent. I think it's every year there's something out. So I think you had Monster Hunter World, then Iceborne, the big expansion for it, then you had Rise, then you had the expansion for Rise, and then they've had Wilds.
That's probably what I was confusing it with, was the expansion of Rise.
Quite possibly.
And Wilds, so it's like, aye.
But Wilds is... So the thing with Monster Hunter Rise is I think it started as a Switch exclusive. Rise is the next kind of big one after World that was PlayStation and big PC. I assume it must come out for Xbox as well, but don't quote me on that one. I'm not actually sure. But yeah, it follows pretty much a similar format to World. You're visiting a new, undiscovered area where some mysterious kid supposedly comes from, even though it's supposed to be uncharted lands. And you are a hunter, you've got your pet cat. Yes, you still get to customize your pet cat, which I feel like is important for quite a few people.
It's a staple.
Only since World, I think.
Really?
I think that's the first one you could customize it. I think Palicos have been in there for a while.
I mean, I definitely feel like they've been in there for a while. At least I remember seeing them on the...
it's been a staple for the last decade of the series or so.
I remember seeing them on the Wii U version of whatever one that was that I played way back.
So I've only ever played Worlds and this one. So this is my second Monster Hunter game. I mean, it's a pretty safe sequel compared to World, at least. Everything's kind of a little bit better. So, for instance, yes, you have to pick a weapon, but you can now carry a second weapon with you that you can switch. So if you're really struggling with, say, like my main weapon is giant sword, because giant sword. It's simple, I don't have to think. But if an enemy's too difficult, or there's one particular one that doesn't ever stay on the ground, fine, I can pick a crossbow as my secondary weapon, or the short bow. I can't remember which are the exact classes. To be honest, I mostly just use the sword because
so I know some of the weapons are kind of crazy. I also know that some weapons are better at slashing and some are better at breaking parts. Yeah. They're blunt, so
so you've got a hammer for hammer's better for knocking monsters so they're unconscious or dazed, whereas with a sword you can chop off their tail, which will stop them doing certain attacks. So for instance, I think one of the second monsters in the game, it can do fire things, but the sack is on its tail for some reason. So if you cut off its tail, can't use any fire attacks anymore. Great. One of the biggest things though for me is actually the variety of monsters is a lot bigger. I know a lot of people in Monster Hunter World complained that it was mostly dinosaurs and dragons, and that was about it. In this one you have there's a weird spider monster, there's a giant pink monkey, one of the first ones I think is a giant toad, and there are aforementioned giant flying worms which hunt in packs as well, which makes them quite dangerous. You also get what is essentially Final Fantasy's Chocobo as a rideable mount that helps you get through the level quicker. So I can't remember what the bird's name is, but it's kind of like a dino bird, and you can summon it at any time to ride on it. It can automatically take you to wherever you want to on the map. It will auto-track your monster for you. You can store a few items on it, and every mission he'll have some items from the guild, so free items that you can just take with you. In terms of downgrades, you don't have a permanent base anymore. There's no cat cafe until the end game, which is that was one of the best parts of Monster Hunter World. Was just the cat cafe was amazing. There is kind of one at the end game, but it's quite restrictive. Now, I played Worlds with a friend throughout the entirety of it. I've played this one solo, kind of. I've done all the missions solo myself, but then I've repeated them by just joining random people's parties. And that's kind of been fine, because one of the systems, and I think this was in World as well, is you can fire an SOS flare to say, hey, I'm struggling with this, can someone please come help me? But what they do in this one is, as soon as you fire that, an NPC will come and help you until a real player can fill that position.
Okay.
And that made some of the later missions certainly just so much better and bearable. I don't think I've failed a mission yet, but I haven't done anything extremely hard. There's a couple of really funny collabs as well. There's a collab where you get to fight monsters as Akuma from Street Fighter.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. I mean, they're both owned by Capcom, so... But supposedly that is, if you can get the strategy right, it's a really good thing for just knocking out monsters real quick. There's also just recently the Final Fantasy XIV collab, so now you can actually replace your bird with a chocobo. And there's a new monster in the game, which is a giant robot that has an animation rig of a frog. But it's one of Final Fantasy XIV's recurring big villains. But I haven't done that one yet, because you do need to do that in a party. But they also added, I think, a few Final Fantasy XIV classes as playable things in the game as well. There's, I think, the Dark Knight, which is big sword, so that fits. The other one is Pictomancer, so you can kill your enemies by painting them. Don't question it. Now, I put this lower on my list because of the PC issues. Because I do have a group of friends that would love to play this with me, but they want to get for PC, and they want to wait till it's stable on PC. And I think this is a game I will go back to play with friends, even though, like, I've got to the end game now. It's easy enough for you to just go back, lower your weapons so that you're the same class, kind of, as the people you're playing with. So, yeah, this is one I want to go back to, but the main campaign was interesting enough. I don't remember anything about the story, but the gameplay was fun. And all the little improvements they've done from World have really helped with this one. So, yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, my number 5. It's a solid 7 out of 10. But, you know, any game you have a cat partner, I think, gains bonus points anyway.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. It only increases any game.
I mean, that logic is sound with me.
Especially if you get to customize the cat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to, you can give your cat, like, bright blue fur. So... But yeah, that is my number 5.
Cool, well, that comes to me then for my number 5 in our top 5 of 2025. There's a lot of 5s going on this podcast. Yeah, I played this one earlier in the year, hoping that it would actually learn to kind of like not alienate its audience this time with its third entry of this rebooted line under their umbrella, and apparently they've taken the what was it, Capcom logic of Capcom and Konami logic actually of making their third entries prequels.
Yes.
Being that of Doom the Dark Ages.
Oh, yes. I figured this might be on your list. I was tempted to say something when ShadowFox was talking about Mars, about Doom, and I was like,
yeah, we're back on Mars now. It's just slightly different.
I don't know if Dark Ages is set on Mars.
No, Dark Ages does not take place in Mars.
Oh, well,
not primarily.
Also, to be fair, it was the moons of Mars, wasn't it, that Doom...
Yeah, Phobos and...
Phobos and Deimos.
It differs from game to game. Some of them take some place in Mars and such, but yeah.
Yeah, but Doom the Dark Ages definitely takes place more in the fantasy planetary places that were kind of introduced in Eternal.
In the DLC
because in Eternal
stuff,
you did actually go back to some of these areas in that game to regain certain items, and this is the game that kind of like lore dumps you. It's like it gives you all this lore of what actually happened in these dark ages and whatnot, and I mean, it's all right, you know. It's not as heavy-handed with the, you know, kill this enemy with this weapon kind of like thing, but it still has it there, like in Eternal. So it's like it's learned a little bit to not be so restrictive, but it still has that kind of like restrictive notion in its gameplay, like Eternal. So I did a Platinum Pursuit on this. It's very straightforward platinum, really. There's no difficulty related ones to it, like in previous except for Doom 2016, where that did have something tied to difficulty at one point. But no, Doom the Dark Ages is just straightforward. Find everything in the game, beat the game, simple, and do all the challenges in the game, which is probably the one that took me probably the longest.
Yeah, the challenges usually give you an extra reward though as well, don't they?
Yeah, they give you kind of like different abilities or skins or whatever for weapons or for your Slayer to wield, and whatnot. And yeah, it's like it was fine. There's supposed to be DLC for it, but I have heard high no hair of any plans of releasing this proposed DLC. And this is like, and the what was it? The DLC pack was freaking expensive. It was an expensive add-on. I think it was like a £30 extra on top of the base game.
So like you've already bought it, but
yeah, I mean, I only bought the physical version, disc version, so I don't have that DLC.
Oh, okay. So you can wait. So. You can wait till it comes out and see if it's any good. Yeah. I mean, let's be fair. Microsoft have had a interesting year, so I wonder how much that might be affected by it.
Yeah, I think after everything that's happened with Microsoft and this is obviously Bethesda. It's still under the Bethesda label, but it's obviously under the umbrella of Microsoft because they bought them out. It is basically a shot, like it's in the dark of how this will be in set up for the supposed scheduled DLC if they do plan to do it anyway. But I'm not out of pocket, which is good.
Yeah,
and it's like I'm not gonna do it. But the base game itself, yeah, it's fine. It's decent. It's better than what else I had been playing this year.
And it's a step up
just
from
about
Eternal, you think?
I mean, yeah. How I rank it between the three games is my top one is Doom 2016. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I can definitely agree on
that. Dark Ages in the middle, and then Eternal third. I feel as though Eternal was definitely more restrictive with even though movement and it's fast paced and stuff like that, it was still restricted with how you want to kill people or kill demons in the game.
Yeah.
Dark Ages is a bit more loose with it, but it's still restrictive. So it's really a toss up. It could swap either way between those two. I still find 2016 Doom to be the best Doom of this generation.
Yeah, I mean, Doom 2016 is probably in my top 50 games of all time, alongside the original Dooms.
Yeah. But no, that's my number 5 pick, Doom the Dark Ages. Give it a try if you find it cheap enough.
Yeah, this has been my issue, is the price is not what was it? I looked up the price and was like, hang on, that's expensive. How much is it in US dollars? Oh, it's the same price in US dollars. We're just getting punished. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not paying 70 quid for that game. I know I could probably get it cheaper now, but to be honest, I haven't seen it easily available cheaper.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, what was it? We're recording this at the tail end of November, and Black Friday deals are here. Get on Black Friday. I'm sure it's got to be on Black Friday deals.
I think I'm still going to wait.
I think cost might be the biggest reason that there are a fair few games in the to play that I missed out on this year, rather than have played.
Yes, is one of those a particular that maybe we'll do that after our number 4s is games we wish we had played, but
yeah. When we get towards the end, we'll do our honourable mentions and what we would have liked to have touched upon.
I say we split them out. We do our honourable mentions after 2, and we do our wishes after 4, maybe.
Yeah, fair. Mid break one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, shall we get to number 4 then?
Yep.
Yeah, so 1 down, 4 left. So, this was a game, again, I've spoken about this one before, again, last year when it was in early access, but now it's out, I can officially put it on the list. And that one is Abiotic Factor, which is it's along the lines of Raft in its sort of gameplay, in that many of us here have played Raft, or many of us is at least 2 of us out of the 3.
The majority.
The majority. Yes, it's you must survive, but rather than surviving on a boat, you must survive in what is essentially Black Mesa after Gordon Freeman has pushed the weird crystal and caused the alien invasion. It looks very much like Half-Life 1 in its visuals, and you take on the role of a scientist at this facility who, after whatever has happened there with their weird magical alien portal, is now under siege from these aliens, as well as the military, who are trying to basically murder everything, yeah, essentially. And yeah, as you go through, you rummage around the office and you're looking for supplies, you're looking for your pens, your papers, your scraps of metal, your plastics, in an attempt to bodge together living arrangements, we'll say. So you're trying to create power for yourself, you're trying to create cookers so you can harvest, grow food and eat it. All along the same time, you've got aliens wandering the corridor that are trying to kill you. You'll unlock new areas, and as you unlock new areas, the threats increase. It's but you need these areas because there's just better stuff in them. And then eventually you can sort of power up the magic world portal and teleport to these other dimensions, including this very foggy dimension with many invincible monsters. And you basically enter the sort of, I'm going to say sort of the roguelite-ish kind of areas to give a reference point. You go through a portal. The first time you kind of go through and you do the story mission, but you can keep going back through and it'll kind of give you new different areas with new supplies and new resources, so you've got an infinite supply of
to keep the
materials.
Gameplay loop up.
Yeah, so it's not like once you've absorbed everything from the facility that you're in, it's there's none left. No, you go through here and you get to resupply. And yeah, so you get to craft weapons to help defend yourself and armor. You find other scientists who are crawling around on all fours begging for coffee because they're struggling to survive as well. But, I haven't. It's another one of those ones where it's really just good as a team game.
Yeah.
And I've played it with the Crow. I would love to see if other people would be interested in playing a game of it at some point. But we shall see about that. We'll see if it's if it comes down in price or if it tickles any other fancy. I feel like there's a bunch of these kind of co-op games that I'd love to try getting groups together for, such as, is it Jump Space or Jump Ship? They changed their name. That 4-player space craft thing where people can take control of the guns, the fight, the flying, the engineering. It's sort of like a Sea of Thieves kind of thing.
Yeah, and Sea of Thieves is one of those ones that I've wanted to try for ages, and
yeah,
I think I've installed it twice and still haven't got to play it, and unfortunately now I have to install it a third time if I want to play it.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's not on my list, but one of the survival-y games that's another 4-player co-op thing is Repo. I feel like a lot of these 4-player co-op experiences are coming up, and you've got your crafty ones, you've got your horror-y ones.
I feel like you kind of got there's a scale of you've got what you'd call sort of the friend slop, as they call it, which is your Repo, your what was the first one we were playing?
Peak.
There's Peak.
There's Peak as well. There's
what was the first one before? Lethal Company, that was it, yeah.
See, I feel like I thought people referred to it as friend slop just because there were a lot of people pumping quick ones out. And I feel like it's a bad term for them in general because
it is a bad term.
It is a bad term, but I do feel like there is there's a level between co-op adventure and short, fun experience. Like you can you do like a Repo or Lethal Company game. You can do like a short one, whereas like other ones like Raft and Jump Space and this are long-term investments.
But there are advantages and disadvantages to both of them. Like the nice thing with something like, Lethal Company or Peak is that, if you do fail, that's not a massive loss. You just restart again. Whereas obviously with Raft, you can get yourself in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, you have to, and say same thing as this. First time we played it, we kind of put up our little base. Didn't realise there were automated like security robots that come to life every night or every other night or whatever, and it just smashed our entire base. And we're like, oh,
well,
thanks.
The classic one to compare it to, Minecraft,
which I have been playing a lot recently as well.
Yeah, people still are.
But I feel like I'm experienced enough at Minecraft that it doesn't really like you can't do much to stop me in that. But yes, Abiotic Factor number 4.
And must admit, I never heard of it, so one of my need to
that from my list.
To be honest, I'm wondering how much crossover we might have this year. I suspect I have maybe one crossover with one person, but that's probably about it, because I don't think either of you two have played any of the rest of my list.
I'm fairly certain my list is rather unique. One game def may crop up.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, we hardly even cross each other.
No.
We did used to a bit more in the early years, I think.
We definitely had some. I do remember a few years where it was like a number 2 would be someone else's number 4 or something.
Yeah.
And we'd...
So I imagine you're going to mention another game that I have played, but we'll see how it goes.
But might not be on that list, yes.
Yeah, it might not be on my list. But for my 4th game, I was going to put this on the list, but I didn't quite know where to put it, because one of the things I do account for is like value for money. And it's like, okay, this is a very short game. This game is only an hour long, but it's also completely free. So, infinite value for money. There is one DLC for the game, which is DLC to get the soundtrack and an art book. But the art book can just be unlocked in the game. The DLC just gives you it in a PDF format. It is originally it was meant to be a sequel to this developer's other game, which I think Turbo's played.
You gotta have to tell me a title. Seriously, I can't just guess out.
Now, I will say the game's name I think is in Polish, so I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. But I believe the game is called Awaria. I'm going to be butchering.
Do you want to spell that for us?
Awaria.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Oh no, because originally it was going to be the sequel to Helltaker.
Ah, okay.
So you would probably recognise the art style.
That. Okay.
Yeah. You did play that show, didn't you, Turbo?
Actually, hang on.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I have it in my list. I didn't play it.
When you say you had it in your list,
I was planning to play that for Turboween this year, but I had Deadly Premonition as my game to get
That's
through.
Right. You can
Turboween this year.
You can play it next year.
Oh man. Yeah,
they might have DLC by then as well. So. Or
maybe,
like they had with the Helltaker, the free bonus DLC the next year. So this only just fits into a timeline because it was released early December last year.
But it was after our last show, so it counts.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's rather than the turn-based version of Helltaker, it's a real-time action game. Basically, what you have to do is you run around and you are an engineer trying to fix stuff on the sewer of a space station. Or something. So you have to pick up items and then take them to the place they need to repair, or take them to where you can transform them in the thing that you need to repair. And there's a time limit before the things you repair are going to explode and kill you. Fair enough. Unfortunately, there is one other thing stopping you, and that is a load of ghosts are haunting this place and are also trying to kill you. So the levels consist of you having to do a set amount of tasks to fix the area before it blows up, while dodging one or more of the ghosts that are trying to kill you. These all conclude in a particular fashion, and that fashion is your character kissing the girls to calm them down. I should mention your character is also a girl, I think.
Oh, well, okay.
Bring on the Yuri. Why not?
I mean, you know, I think most of the characters in this, I mean, all the ghosts are girls, I believe. Your boss is interesting and probably dead because they're drinking denatured alcohol, which is like completely lethal. So
okay.
Whereas your character has a obsession with what they call in game pudding pie, which is like an egg-based flan style thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But that is the recipe for the game, for the game's artwork. If you complete the entire game on the hard difficulty, you get an entire recipe of how to make it, or you can just buy the DLC.
Yeah. Or just look up on Google for a recipe, I'm sure.
I'm sure. I mean, you can look up the recipe on videos for people who've 100%ed it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a simple game. As I said, it's only got, I think it's like 14, 15 levels. They obviously escalate in scale. But it's a free game. You can finish the base game in about an hour. If you're doing the hard mode, probably 2 hours. There is one achievement for completing it on the hard difficulty. Yeah, as I said, there's no reason not to try it. It's free. I think it's only on PC again. But I mean, I liked the artist before he did Helltaker, so I like his art style. And as soon as I saw, I'd actually seen fan art of the ghost before I realised it was out. Because thanks X for not showing people I follow on my timeline.
Yeah, though.
Yeah,
XBXing.
So yeah, I didn't play this until the new year anyway. But yeah, again, it's free, so that's why it gets on the list partially. But I mean, I did enjoy the game as well. It's a nice little time killer, and it's one of those ones you can just go back and try and improve your score, etc. There's kind of 3 difficulties. There's one which is essentially you're invincible and you're just doing it for the story. There's the normal difficulty, which is you can take one hit and then if you take a second hit in short succession, you die, but there's a period where you can regain your hit chance. And then hard difficulty is, no, you're not allowed to get hit. Yeah, just nice little game, like Helltaker. It's just one of those ones, if it takes your fancy, give it a shot. If you really can't stand the art style, then I can't help you on that one. But yeah, Aurea. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. I apologise if I'm butchering the pronunciation of it.
Awaria or something. Who knows?
I don't know. But yeah, Turbo, definitely give it a shot next Turboween, maybe.
Hopefully I'll get round to it. But what I have gotten round to it, after almost 20 years, is my number 4 of our top 5. And wouldn't you know it, it's a remaster!
Yay! So, we forgot to mention this. Just in case it's the first year you're tuning into us, we get one remaster a year to go onto our list.
Yeah, but many to choose from this year.
There were.
Oh, well, granted, it's always been, like, many to choose from for the last few years.
That's true.
It's like, so, this year, my remaster / remake or whatever is obviously very... It definitely didn't get that well of a praise from the general consensus, because it is a very haphazard kind of like remaster per se, because it is taking a previous remake or remaster that they did on a before, and then just making it multi-platform. And that's Gears of War Reloaded.
Oh.
Okay. It wasn't Bubsy then.
I don't think the
It was Sorry?
I don't think the Bubsy remaster came out this year.
I saw a release on Wikipedia of it coming out this year when I was doing my preview.
Oh,
So maybe it did, maybe it didn't. In preparation for the next Bubsy.
Yes. But yeah, Gears of War.
There's Gears of War.
Yeah, Gears of War. Because this was coming out on PlayStation, I really wanted to try to do something that I never did with the original game. And that was get all of the achievements / trophies.
All 1000G.
The 1000 or 1000G.
This is for the... Is Gears of War Reloaded... Is it the first Gears of War?
Yes.
It's the first Gears.
Yeah. Okay. Did it still have that multiplayer
first...
achievement for like killing a stupidly large amount of people?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's not as bad as how it was in the original. Because in the original, you had to get... For the original Seriously achievement, you had to get 10,000 kills in ranked matches.
Yes.
Yeah, whereas Seriously 2 in the second game, you could do it with...
In all
modes, including the single player. Or
yeah,
the
which was probably where most of the people did it. Myself included. But Reloaded, obviously, for the Reloaded version, and in part, the Ultimate Edition of the game, because it's the problem with a lot of people's issue with Gears of War Reloaded, it's just basically the Ultimate Edition, but with a couple of sprinkles here and there of like code or whatever to kind of like make it multi-platform, add cross-play to the multiplayer and whatnot, so it's been cross-play between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC and whatnot. And not many people were happy overall for the general kind of like work that was put into this quote-unquote remaster, remake, or whatever. But I mean, it's a budget price. It came out at 40 quid.
See, and
it's like,
yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
all things considered.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad in the grand scheme of things.
We have the value for money coming into
to be
scaling.
Fair, if you told me we're releasing the ultimate version on PlayStation for 40 quid, I would consider that a decent price for that game.
Yeah, especially if you haven't played the series. Or you didn't play the Ultimate Edition. Because I didn't play the Ultimate Edition. In fact, actually, I got the Ultimate Edition at a stupid discounted price on the Xbox. For my Xbox Series X. Because I did plan to play the Ultimate Edition at one point. It's just I never got around to doing it. But I bought it from the Xbox marketplace for like literal couple of pounds. It's like £2 something. Right. Yeah, it was stupid. And the good thing about that was anyone who owned a copy of the Ultimate Edition gets the free upgrade to Reloaded.
Yeah,
it was like,
that's good.
Bargain.
Yeah,
so I don't know why many people were complaining about the issue, the lack of like format, features, because a lot of people were expecting, you should just do a whole trilogy, just do the whole thing. It's like, no, that would take way too long to do.
There's a lot of time.
Trying to do 3 games in one, to incorporate all of their campaigns together. And of course, each game's multiplayer was also different as well. You can't just simply drag and drop, the Horde mode from 2 and 3 into 1.
I mean, look at how when Master Chief Collection attempted to put all their games in one.
That's true.
Yeah, look at that. It's like that's a mess in its own right. It works barely, but it's like it's not perfect. So really, it's fine for what it is. It's better than the other remaster I had, which I'll probably mention in my honorable mentions. But
that sounds more like a dishonorable mention.
I mean, it's not dishonorable. It's just, it's
could have been better.
It's a funny remaster. I'll mention it later.
Yeah.
But this, to me, was a really good outing to introduce PlayStation players into Gears of War. If they were that adamant of not playing or getting themselves an Xbox to play this series, and I would hope that they might port 2 and 3 onto PlayStation,
Probably
possibly,
down the
but
line.
I doubt it.
Maybe down the line.
It just depends, because it's all over the place of how successful Gears of War Reloaded was.
Yeah.
On the other formats outside of Xbox, and whether it would garner interest in either porting or remastering or remaking the previous entries and whatnot, and putting that on PlayStation or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, I found it. Granted, I found it a slog to complete it. I did complete it, though.
You did.
It was way easier than the last time to try to do it on the original game. It just took a lot of grinding and a lot of time and patience with other players to, do like boosting parties and trying to find each other on. So because obviously because of how it wasn't that popular in the grand scheme of things, the servers were very minimal, so not many people were playing online. And especially, it's also region-based as well. So obviously, if you're in like a European region and whatnot, obviously you got to be paired up more with European players and whatnot.
You got to counter that host shotgun somehow.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
Got that was a thing.
Oh yeah. So with that all said, that's what is my number 4. Gears of War Reload. It's all right. It's an all right remaster. It's good to kind of like get an introduction to the series for people who have not been into the series and wanting to know more. So yeah, I'm putting that in my number 4 for this year.
I hope my favourite character, Carmine, does well in the game.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, I guess we'll do a quick little things we wished we had time or money to play, shall we?
Yeah, I suspect my highest one on my list is probably the same as yours, ShadowFox.
Yeah, I mean, I know there were a few games. Was it the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii came out this year? I didn't get a chance to play that. Claire Obscura was early this year.
So I did get to play that.
I have downloaded it. I just ran out of time.
That's fair. I will admit that didn't even make my top 10. It's fine. I just got bored of it. The combat is okay, but it gets very repetitive very quickly, and everyone tells me how great the story is, and I just fell asleep at it. But that's probably more of a me thing. Is it a pretty game? Yes, it's beautiful. But I got past Act 1, and then I just haven't returned to it because I just have had no motivation.
No, fair enough.
It's not dissing the game per se. It's just not my thing. And I like my turn-based RPGs, so it should have been up my alley. But the combat system isn't very deep.
I might get around to that later on. Still, Outer Worlds 2 recently sort of came out. That was on your tail.
Yeah, I need to play the first Outer Worlds first.
Yeah, oh really? Yeah, that was kind of fun. Power Simulator, Pokemon Legends ZA. I watched Crow play that one, and it's interesting because it seems like it's a fun Pokemon game base, but again, I look at it and I go, come on, you're the most profitable franchise in the world, in history. put a little more polish on this.
And again,
Come on.
I've not only played that one, I've got a complete living Dex already.
Yeah.
Which is one of the smallest.
Also, hire voice actors for Christ's sake. I'm getting sick and tired of reading the subtitles.
I don't care with the lack of voice acting, provided you don't give me cutscenes which feel like there should be voice acting in them.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That is the issue now. They're doing these. They're doing those cutscenes where they have these elaborate animations for interactions with characters and stuff like that, and it's just mind
dead silence.
Like,
nothing going on.
Dead silence. It's like you need to have voice actors if you're doing that. If you want to bring that kind of like presentation to your game, hire voice actors.
Pokemon Legends ZA was probably my number 10. It's fine. I don't like the battle system as much as I like traditional Pokemon battle systems.
I like that it's something different and new.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not going to criticize them for that.
Yeah.
But there's just not that much depth to it still. It's just spam, super effective move, done.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm sure there's some fantastics you can do with range and pushing and whatever.
Well, there's one particular battle which is you have to use a Pikachu versus the opponent's Pikachu. And their Pikachu knows Dig, because that's super effective against Pikachu. But all you need to do is, when they use Dig, you immediately use Dig afterwards, so that they pop out first and then you hit them.
Yeah.
That's about as deep as the tactics goes. And the multiplayer is full of hackers, so screw it.
Fair.
And you have to play it to unlock some stuff.
Yes. Other games? Last two. Killing Floor 3. I tried the beta they opened up, and it wasn't very much like Killing Floor. There was some locked classes to characters, and the matchmaking just did not work. You could spend 30 minutes waiting to get into a game, and it wouldn't. Apparently they're fixing that, but they pushed back the release date because people had issues with it so much.
And it's not had good reviews post-launch either.
Yeah, no. So I don't know if I will get around to that one, but maybe when cheap, we'll see.
Yeah.
But the big one that I didn't play this year that I would have liked to have would have been Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, because for 70 quid and apparently some issues on PC, which were apparently 50-50 because I believe Dusk didn't have any.
I think it depends on your graphics card. I've heard certain graphics cards had more of a problem than others.
Yeah, it's like a shame because I was really looking forward to playing that, and then I looked at it and it was like, do you want to pay 90 quid for this? No. Do you want to pay 70 quid for it? Not really. Oh, the multiplayer is delayed and not on release as well? Okay. I guess I'll just sit on my hands for a bit and wait for this then.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest game I would have liked to have played this year as well. I probably don't care for the multiplayer that much, but I think it's one of my favourite of the Metal Gear games. I would definitely like to have tried it, and I probably will. I'll get round to it at some point. But
yeah, it's probably be a next year thing. But yeah, that's a quick overview of the things that won't appear on my list, but might have been there if I got around to it.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much mentioned the main games. I suppose the other thing I should mention is that, again, we forgot to mention this at the beginning, tradition, I can't put any games that I've worked on, so those games this year would be quite a few. Sniper Elite 4 for iOS, Sniper Elite Resistance, which was in January, Atom 4, which was in March.
March.
Yeah, and Zombie Army VR, though that's more because I don't have a VR headset at home. So, yeah, those are kind of... and I'm sure we'll get around to Resistance on the LMC channel at some point. Yeah, I don't really have any other big games I didn't get around to just because I haven't been massively excited for anything this year, if I'm going to be honest.
I'd say so. I haven't been interested in anything or many things that are big name. Yeah, it's way more fun in the indie section at the moment.
The only one that I possibly would have potentially made my list if it hadn't released too late this year was Metroid Prime 4, which isn't out till December, so I'll have to go on next year's list if it lives up to it. How about you, Turbo?
I mean, I've only got a couple I really haven't got a chance to play. I was given a copy of this as kind of like, because a friend of mine bought it for themselves, but then they couldn't find, or like they didn't want to play it anymore because it was, couldn't bother trying to find a partner. And I might have to, I'm trying to think, how can I incorporate this? Because I think I could probably get the platinum for this if I had a competent partner to play it, and it's Split Fiction.
Oh, yeah. That's what I would like to play, genuinely.
Yeah, so it's like, getting round to playing that sometime on the channel, on like the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TurboDrive Live, and, try to kind of like get the platinum for that, because I feel it's very straightforward, that one. And a lot of people did like it. It is a fun little cooperative kind of like game, just like It Takes Two and A Way Out before them.
I've heard nothing but good things from it. From most of the people I know that have played it are couples, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, my only issue from what I've seen, because I have seen playthroughs of it, the writing is a bit, it's like it can be a bit cringy at points, but it's the modern day we live in nowadays at points.
Yeah.
And the only other game that I had in mind that I did have installed that I haven't gotten around to it, and it's on my Switch too. It's Dear I Am, I think it is. It's an interesting kind of like visual kind of like experience.
Yeah.
Kind of like game. It's done by, or I think it's directed by the same people who did the Another Code Recollections.
Yeah, I remember that being announced.
Yeah. And it's like I haven't gotten around to doing it, and apparently it's a very short game as well. It's like it's not supposed to be very in depth or anything like that. So, and it's reflected on its price, because I think it's like less than a tenner or whatever when I got it. So yeah, and it's like that I've really not been in like yourself, Urtheart. I'm just not that. I did have a set, certain games that I wanted to play and stuff like that, but it was not a year for me to go out of my way to like play every single big name title.
Yeah, that
was coming out this year.
And that was the thing. So, there was a couple of other titles where I was looking forward to, and then they came out and the reviews were terrible.
Yeah.
Most of them actually being remakes, oddly enough. Not all of them were terrible. So 2 other ones actually. The Braid Anniversary Edition I was looking forward to, and then it was just like, just play the original. It's no different. So, fine. Like, do you just want director's commentary on top? That's all you're paying for. The other one, where to be fair, I was turned off this quite early, was Final Fantasy Tactics: The Eve-Elise Chronicles, which is a remake of the first Final Fantasy Tactics game. Now, that all sounds good. I like the Final Fantasy Tactics series, but the thing that put me off is they've removed the content that they added for the PSP version. Other than the translation. So they retranslated the game for the PSP one because the original one was a bit scuffed. So they took the new translation from the PSP version, but they took out all of the bonus features they added. So I was like, I'd rather play the PSP version then. Because, yeah, it seemed a bit odd. So those were ones that I was... So a little bit... Yeah, just a little bit of meh for me this year. But oh well, back to the positive.
This was a Last Minute Continue production. For more, please check lastminutecontinue.com.